But anyway, welcome to Superscene, the best improv format of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to see 5 directors with 5 awesome stories, all right? After seeing the first scenes of these 5 stories, you guys get to vote for your favorites. And you're going to vote by cheering. Can I hear you guys cheer? Cheer for stories that you like. All right. Now, can I hear you guys cheer for your favorite stories? Yeah! All right, guys, we're going to get our 5 directors out here. Hey, come on out, everybody! What are you guys directing? Yeah, let's start with you, Adam.
My name's Adam, and I have recently uncovered a tragic series of files of United States involvement in a very serious spy drama.
Well, I'll be directing a musical.
Hello, my fair friends. I shall be directing A Tale of the Long Lost Bard, Shakespeare.
My name is Camilla. I will be directing a cosmic horror.
I'm Diana, and I will be directing some cyberpunk.
Yes! All right, those all sound awesome. Let's start with a scene from our musical. Great. So to start with, can I get a suggestion of the title of a musical that does not exist, has never been seen before?
Rats.
The Purple
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
More
Showers.
Don Hamilton.
Washington.
Harrisburg.
Did I hear camels? No? Is that
Campbell.
I heard the purple umbrella earlier. Great. Okay. Let's see. Actually, the first opening number for the purple umbrella.
Umbrellas. Anyone want to buy an umbrella?
Yes, please. Will $5 do it?
Yeah, that should be enough.
50 cents and change. Thanks.
It's raining out. Want an umbrella?
$5?
Yeah.
50 cents?
Just another day. Just another day. Just another day in the rain.
That was beautiful. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling like I want to see some cyberpunk next.
Cyberpunk. All right. Could I please get a suggestion for something you wish you could change about yourself?
A nose.
A nose. I heard a nose. All right. Could I get Will on the stage? Will's character lives on Earth in the year 2300. We have mile-high buildings that you could spend your whole life in, polluted airs, polluted waters. We've colonized the moon and terraformed Mars. And Will's he's a little down on his luck because his cybernetic nose has been malfunctioning and everything smells weird.
Damn it.
Camilla, enter as his best friend. Pause. Could I name, what's another thing you wish you could change about yourself?
Your voice.
Your voice. Camilla, you don't have vocal cords. You have a box on your chest through which your voice comes out.
Oh. Oh, JP, how are you?
Hello, Nico.
I just got up and my nose is still on the fritz, so I gotta call those guys back at Comcast.
But Nico, we were gonna go racing today.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, the gasoline smell is like amplified in my nostrils. It's gonna be unbearable. I'm just gonna be crying all throughout the race. But
Nico, we need the money from the race so that you can get the new ship. We could go to Mars that way. That's what we always talked about.
I know. You're always talking about going to Mars.
Yeah.
It's not so bad here. I mean, the pollution's like, but you can always get our lungs fixed up in the cybernetic surgery facility if it really gets that bad.
Talk about how great Mars is.
Nico, have you seen the stories from Mars?
No, all I saw was that pamphlet you gave me last week. But...
Yeah, well, I have another copy.
Oh, good. Yeah, I don't really remember any of that.
Nico, Earth is like a wasteland compared to Mars. Because of terraforming technology, we've been able to create there's green there. It's not just like green anymore.
I've been watching a lot of BBC recently.
Yeah. Earth's all gray and you can barely breathe the air. But on Mars, it's habitable, it's beautiful. It's full of parks, there's water.
Okay, well, that's all fine and dandy, but how are we supposed to win the race? I mean, the pipeline is like the biggest race in this district. Like, there will be big racers there.
Name some of them.
I mean, there's Machine Earlobe. He's a 4-time champion. I mean, we're never going to beat him. He hooks his earlobes into his machine and listens to the frequency.
I know he'd clobber us next year, but we've been practicing.
Yeah, give a pump-up speech.
Nico, you're the best pilot I know. And if anyone's gonna make it off this godforsaken planet, it's gonna be you.
Oh, JP, don't flatter me. I need your mechanic skills if I'm going to win the race, too.
Yeah, and I need your racing skills if I'm gonna get a job on Mars. So,
Talk about why it's so important.
help me out with this. My family got the money to go last year, and I really miss them.
All right, JP, fine. Okay, but first I have to call Comcast to get my nose fixed, all right? I am not going into a place like the Risetto racing dome. Put my nose on it, okay? Because all the aliens there, it's gonna smell horrendous.
Or maybe, if it malfunctions badly enough, they'll actually smell nice for once.
And scene.
All right, let's hear it for let's go Shakespeare next. Really?
"'Tis a tale of tragedy, which I shall born unto you. Could I get a suggestion for an objective?
Pumpkin.
I hear pumpkin. Let us set the scene. We begin at midnight. 'Tis the 12th, tolling up the clock tower. In the middle of a forest, whose ground is covered in moss that feeleth like moss. Could I please get it? Adriana and Adam and get Camilla on a stage in the forest. We are not on a stage, 'tis an illusion. These be 3 witches, and they have a prophecy, and there be a pumpkin in their midst.
And with this knife, we slice the top, and into it, we place the slop. The slop that will this potion brew. One from you and one from you.
But not to wait for not too long shall pumpkin come and pumpkin gone. For with this script we hear a vow, not men will remain anyhow.
And with the seed I sprinkle in, our prophecy we may begin to tell it large and tell it big. Who will be killed and who will become a pig? The prophecy doth begin thus.
Tell, sister, tell.
On the next full moon, when the sky is bright, a child will follow a fairy light.
And that light will guide them far. Indeed, will guide as if by star, into the place where blood is shed, and there that child shall strike one dead.
But will they not help with one another? For coming with that child will be its mother.
And the child both. Thus it is the prophecy's troth.
And the mother and child in the forest walk, and by this blood they may never talk.
The clock! The clock!
It striketh fast.
Oh, be gone, we shall never have met tonight.
Next for Adam with Spy. Let's see our spy scene.
Yeah. Can I get a suggestion for like an Eastern European country?
Slovenia.
Slovenia. Thank you. Slovenia. Okay, can I get Camilla out here as the year is 1968. Camilla here is playing the soon-to-be heir to the Slovenian throne at here at this dinner party with his esteemed date, perhaps soon-to-be heiress to the Slovenian throne, played by Diana. And we're gonna see this nice, totally normal meal play out. We're in a ballroom. There's fancy music playing, and the conversation happens in English.
Miranda, you do like the dish I have prepared.
The chicken melts like butter on my tongue.
Indeed, it is good that the dish be well, for Indeed, there are worries on my mind.
Oh, what worries you? This fine Slovenian food is better than I could ever have imagined.
I thank you for that, Margaret. Indeed, why is there need to be worrying? Indeed.
Oh, my lord, why are you upset?
Before Carl could tell you, you get a beep on your hip. You realize that you have to go check out what's happening in the kitchen.
I'm going to go give my compliments to the chef.
Alright, I will eat here.
You enter the kitchen to see one chef here preparing meals, and you stab him.
This Slovenian dish will be most excellent.
But also explain why you're stabbing him.
You will not be able to tell anyone who you've poisoned now.
Meanwhile, the skylight opens up and a ladder from a helicopter drips into the building. You grab onto it and fly away. And scene.
That scene had 2 more murders than any of the other scenes. Cosmic horror!
Oh man! This is gonna be a real cheery one. Could I get a suggestion for a type of landscape or terrain, like the ocean or the
Antarctica.
sea? Like the tundra, like the snowy tundra. Okay, thank you. I heard the snowy tundra. I heard let's see. Gianna, can I get you out here? I'm gonna be right here. You are recounting this in first person present, as if it were. Describe what you see. You're standing on a flat plane of ice that stretches out for as long as you can see. It's the time of year where it's always night. The sky is sort of a purple, and all as far as you can see. It's just a plane. A plane. You have no point of reference.
It was the winter of my 21st year.
You have it in present. It is.
It is the winter. It is the winter of my 21st year. Alone, I hike through the tundra, the icy wilderness, stretching into the far-off distance, unable to focus my eye on anything but the horizon. Ice for as far as I can see. The sun never rises. It barely peeks its head above the edge of the world. The sky at night tells you the time by the motion of the twinkling stars, the only things that change in their slow rotation about the earth. Cold.
I have begun to hear things.
I've begun to hear things when I exhale and see my breath forms into whispers.
Repeat it like a mantra. I have begun to hear things.
I've begun to hear things. I've begun to hear things. I've begun to hear
And
things.
the language nobody knows.
I've begun to hear things.
Sing it.
I have begun to hear things. I've 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 begun to hear things.
when they say the name of the scene. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right.
In the purple umbrella, you saw a down-on-their-luck umbrella salesman who wants to explore the world more. In the next scene, we will see their opportunity arise, perhaps?
In I Never Die, we saw our secret agent Amy Todd disguised as Margaret, heiress to the Slovenian throne. Next time, see what happens when Mission Control catches wind of her rogue activity.
Alas, thou hast seeneth the prophecy. In the next scene thou shalt see what happens in thou fairyland.
In the big race, JP and Nico are preparing for the big race. But first, Nico needs to fix his nose.
I'm Camilla, and in the call to the north, a woman, a traveler, a student, a scholar has begun to hear things.
Now, we'll applaud for these scenes. All right, everyone. So applaud a lot for the ones you really like. All right, let's hear it for the purple umbrella. Okay. Let's hear it for I Never Die. Let's hear it for the fairyland.
Now fairyland.
How about the big race? And into the north.
The call to the north.
This big race. That might be it.
Well, Nico would have gotten his nose fixed, but at great cost.
All right, let's get some more spy thriller.
As promised, what we're now seeing, we're getting Agent Amy Todd driving home through what's the city in Slovenia? I can't think of one.
San Francisco.
No. San Francisco. We're driving through, San Francisco, the capital of Slovenia, where you've been having this dinner. You're racing through the streets, angry at yourself for not being sly enough in murdering Carl in that last mission. You're gonna be talking to yourself for a little bit, and then we're gonna get a call from Mission Control. So let's get this monologue first. And you're just like zooming through these cobblestone streets in Eastern Europe.
Stupid, I need a karma trash, but I can't. Messy, you were taught better than that. Stabbing the kid the It's okay, there's... I've got a friend in the city, hidey hole. Just hang out there, dye my hair, change my name.
Right, you're pulling up to your friend's house, and right as you're about to get out of the car, on your dashboard. And can I get Jackie out here as head of mission control?
Read her over.
Hello, Agent 2731765.
Say your code name too.
Bluebird.
Bluebird.
We are wondering what the state of Mission Potato Soup is.
The heir Carl is on vacation, alive and well on a boat.
Wonderful. And are you going to the same house?
Yes, I'm going to a safe house.
Are you ready to assume your new identity and take on the next stage of the mission?
Yes.
Say no.
No.
Excuse me?
In order for this mission to fully be successful, Carl would want me to be here at the end of his vacation, which is in 2 days, and I need time to prepare.
Are you letting your love life get in the way of your work? Agent 276576613. You know we do not permit relationships at MI6.
Of course not. Highly unprofessional.
You may choose your job or Carl. I will not put up with any more of this nonsense, but be warned, there is a nuclear warhead buried in Slovenia. And if you shirk on your duties and do not assume your new identity immediately, the entire world will perish. Would you like that on your shoulders?
Don't wait for an answer, just hang up.
I didn't think so.
Let's get some more musical. Let's go. Purple Umbrella. Yes, the Purple Umbrella. Let's get Jackie's character at home with your cat. He doesn't need to be played by anybody. And you're just going about your daily home life, and maybe you'll get a knock at the door soon.
Hello. You don't like the rain either, do you? No. Oh, you did it, cutie. No, come back.
Jackie, you realize that maybe you're missing something from your job.
I feel like I'm missing something from my job.
That's not what I meant. I'll just say it explicitly. You are missing your wallet, which had all the money you got from your job.
I'm just gonna order some Chinese food. Damn it!
And right as you're about to go outside to go look for it, there's a knock at the door.
Oh, hello?
Anna Winkleman?
Yeah?
I think I have your wallet.
Oh, thank God. Hi, I'm Anna.
Margie.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. I was absolutely panicked.
Yeah, no worries. I was walking down the street and I saw someone's wallet and I picked
Do you
it up.
want to come in?
Sure.
I was just ordering some China. I mean, I couldn't order it because I didn't have my money. But it would just be nice to have company. Not like a weird, lonely way. I don't like that.
As you're meeting each other, why don't you, Margie, explain what your job is, just over the course of meeting each other.
Do you mind if I sit?
Yeah. Water? Tea?
Sure,
Coffee?
Yeah.
Great.
Sorry, I know this
Wait,
is
which
like...
one? Got it.
Yeah. Sorry, this is super weird. I just, I'm a journalist and I was, sorry, this is like super inappropriate, but do you mind if I interview you also? I'm doing this thing where I'm trying to like interview a bunch of different people in Seattle and I just, like, I find people's wallets and then, like a good spread out demographic.
Wait, so did you steal my wallet? You just found it.
Yeah.
You should make it happen. That's so cool. Wow, that's awesome. I mean, I don't really have much to talk about.
Oh, there's always something. Why don't you just start with why you moved to Seattle?
I met this girl, and I remember I noticed her on the street because she was holding this purple umbrella, and it stood out from the crowd, and I thought, wow. And I thought, how could I meet this girl with the coolest umbrella in the whole wide world? And I thought, holy cow. And I thought, chow. I should take her to Chinese food, because that stuff's really good. And maybe we could have a whirl. She was from Seattle. She had a home in Seattle. So I went to Seattle, chasing her. But then I got to Seattle. She wasn't in. But I lost my money coming to Seattle. And now I'm stuck here. And that's a sad story. Sorry that Seattle's taken you for a whirl. But hey, chin up, my dear. There's gotta be something fun for you to do here. In we had a key change in there. I don't know what's happening. I'm so confused. What are these feelings? They're happening for you. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. It's just I saw you and you kind of looked like her. Sorry, it's just I got ahead of myself. But you're the prettiest girl. Anna, stop. I can't think of that. I have a boyfriend and his name is Pat. I mean, you're really sweet, but I gotta go. It was nice to meet. It's nice to fuck I hate
Fucks, yeah. We're all warmed up. Let's see some more cosmic horror. Just really even it out.
All right. We are in an old brick university study space, sort of dormitory study area. It is covered in newspapers and papers, and there's a small like pile of clothing that is sort of used as a cot. This is where you live. We're in northern Canada. You're an archaeology student, and you've been having these dreams and staying up trying to figure it out. The room is just awash with clues, with arcane texts. Remember, you can always jump out and narrate as you need to.
Me at 19. I'd just begun my studies at university. I was just about to stumble onto something.
your twin brother comes in. He's also a student here, and sort of a co-academic, but also your confidant. It's also your apartment. You can just walk.
Oh, all right.
Kai.
Hi. You
Kai,
Chris?
come here.
What?
Look at those drawings. They're
unlike anything I've ever
that one on the right was unearthed in Greenland.
Okay.
And that one on the left is from South America, 3,000 years previously, and they look.
But they look so. What? They look the same.
They're everywhere.
It's the same. It's the same circular pattern. It's like almost a spiral.
Yeah, and the Greenland culture. This symbol was a mystical, religious symbol that it symbolized the soul and the unity of humanity. And the South Americans 3,000 years earlier.
Same thing, or?
It was a calendar. It was a scientific, totally different. But there's got to be something.
Don't you think that look, you're always trying to find disparate connections between old ancient stuff that people are digging up. I mean,
Yeah.
don't you think this is just another thing, same thing as the one you were going off about last week? Same kind of deal?
I'm really worried about that.
I mean, you look pretty worked up about this. Your skin's kind of pale too.
Yeah.
Have you been?
Do you have coffee or something? I haven't been sleeping. Oh, don't worry about that.
No, worry about it. Find an object in that pile of clothes.
There's nothing there.
Have you been washing these?
I've been busy, Kai. Not everyone's able to do school and sleep and friends.
Amy, what's this book? That's probably why you're not sleeping so well. It was under all your clothes.
There's something about.
I've never seen this book before.
Wow, it's fucking huge.
I didn't check this out.
What is this language? Is this like some like Swahili?
As you read it, you can hear the language in your head as you read each line.
The letters, do they look like snowflakes to you?
I can't read it. I mean, they all look different. Is that what you mean?
Kai, tell me you can read that.
No, I can't read it.
Kai, tell me you can read that.
I cleared my language requirement with 1 year of Spanish.
And now that you see the back cover of the book, what color is it? It's not a color you know.
That's when I saw it first. It was white, it was black, it was blue, it shimmered, it gleamed, and yet it was opaque. It was as if there was a hole burned into the page, and yet it rose out of it, a hologram before my eyes. Kai never understood.
He would never understand.
He would never understand.
Alright, let's see some Shakespeare.
That's very nice. We have laughed. An ancient Shakespearean word. Last left our witches in the forest, where they hath made a prophecy. But now we find a cabin in these very woods. And in the cabin 'tis a child, 'tis the child of the prophecy. I do not know. This child had a mother. Is this the mother of the prophecy? I do not know. The bard doth know, and the bard doth do tell. So may the mothereth enter, and all shall be well. Not, it is a tragedy.
And Lou and those carrots do look as beautiful as they would if we had the means to clean them properly.
Well, Mother, I doeth what I can. For it seems that I have learned not but much to cut carrots of the sort, but much is the duty for a peasant such as ourselves, no?
Indeed, tis softer stuff than the cutting of trees in the forest. That would be our other job.
God forsake those with such brutish duties. I do thank the life that thou hast provided for us here.
Indeed, 'tis a humble one, but a good one. The life of a carrot farmer is of a single color, that of orange, and yet it is of many flavors, for the carrot is deceptive.
Not only orange carrots have we, but perhaps yellow of sorts, and even red in direst of times.
Indeed. And purple if the season is right.
Mom, methinks this carrot is not unlike our home here. For, like our home here, this carrot too sits sturdy on the ground, unmoving, growing, and yet feeling at home always.
Methinks thou hast described thine own self in this carrot.
Camilla, putting your son to bed. 'Tis a late hour, 'tis 12.
'Tis a late hour, 'tis 12, thou must needs get some rest.
Indeed I shall. But in the morning we shall finish cutting these.
Indeed, and we shall pass through the forest to take them to market. Methinks a storm is headed this way, so we shall be up early.
Well, best to bed, to the bed, of course.
To bed, my purple carrot.
He lieth in bed now. And we heareth the clock chime. Not 1, not 2, not 7, but 12th time. And on the 12th time, our little boy waketh up. 'Tis a light outside his window. Something is amok.
Such light persuades me awake so. For not, methinks it's not for hours that I best be awake and heading to market.
Say, methinketh me hypnotized it.
Methinketh me hypnotized it. No, Llewyn, could not be the case. But shall it be? For never a light like this have I seen with mine young eyes.
He riseth from the bed.
And never one so compelling and yet so dark at once.
He walketh out the door.
And yet one so tempting, and so enthralling, and so confusing all at the same time.
The door slammeth shut behind him. He stops in his tracks. Squasheth the trees. And he walks.
Llewyn, 'tis not so early that I did mean. I did not mean so early, Llewyn. Art thou in bed? Indeed, I said that thou must not wake so early. 'Twas at the 6th crowing, not.
Thou seest the footsteps. Thou knowest what happened. Thou repeatest what I said.
These lights. They do beckon me and do to me call, as if hypnotized on the ray of a star.
Now thou lookest at the audience and thou say, I smelleth doom.
I smell doom.
And seen it.
What is out here?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I smell doom.
Sweet. These are our 4 directors of the 4 scenes you just saw. So let's vote again, I guess, you guys. Are you ready? Oh yeah, let's hurry. Heck, guys. Oh, shucks. Let's do a quick recap.
All right, in the Purple Umbrella subtitle, Fuck Seattle, we saw a meeting between Margie and Anna, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and in the next scene we will see what happens at Margie's work.
In I Never Died, you saw Amy Todd lie to the head of MI6 about the fact that she actually did kill Carl, Prince of San Francisco. Next up, see how she has to cover up that murder while going on the next part of her mission at the same time.
In the call to the north, Beatrice is alienating the ones she loves with the obsession of these strange dreams. Her quest will lead her to some answers, but at what cost? And who bears them?
In thou fairy lighted. They have now found the fairy lighted. What happens next?
Alright. Let's hear some applause for the Purple Umbrella colon. For I Never Die. All of the North. Fairy lights. I think it sounds.
I think it, well, what you would have seen in the next scene is Amy Todd would have put sunglasses on the dead body of Carl. Brought him parading around the next leg of his Eastern European tour, in which he would sign the contract ending the Cold War.
Very good. So we're going to see that. Alright. Let's see the next scene of Call of the North.
Yes. All right. We are in a vaulted old library. It's one of the ones that this is a little bit out of genre, but that people giving college campus tours would describe as being like Hogwarts. There are these long tables in the back that have people working at them. The three of you will just be working in the background. Matt, can we get you on? You're an old librarian. This is your desk is over here. You could have been a professor, but your interest in the occult meant it. You never got the respect from your colleagues that you think you deserve. You know each other well, and you come to him often. He's the only one you can trust. Richard.
Have you ever seen that before?
Where did you get that?
I don't know.
But yes, this is the Delverillion.
You've heard of it? What is it? Can you read it?
Well, you can't read the Delverillion. The Delverillion, it reads you.
When you look at the back cover, what do you see?
I see blue. Just regular blue. What do you see? What?
I don't know. It's every color and no color. It's like it's not there, but it's there, and it keeps changing. Which I think I'm going crazy. I hear the words of this book in my head.
And what are the words of the book?
A little bit of a chant.
motto.
You can just synchronize your motions with each other. Quiet. Keep it quiet.
What was that last one? I see.
Yeah.
Well, our sea motto either refers to, or in the ancient tongues, depending on the dialect, either a type of cheese, or the ancient god of the underworld.
Which culture is this god a part of?
Well, specifically, it's not one recognized by most history books. It's part of, well, the ancient Canadian tribe. Of the Goopala.
It's not one that any humans have really formed a long connection with.
You see, that's the difficult thing. You see, it's not one that any humans really formed a long connection.
Simultaneously put on your clothes.
Richard, what is happening in here? Do you see this? The color from the book, it's everywhere. Do you hear that?
Yeah, get up. You need someone for your sacrifice.
Richard, they're coming for me.
The answer would be the tongue.
You have to hide me.
I don't have anywhere to hide. The only place to go is north.
North.
Find the remains of the ancient civilizations. From there, maybe you can learn what to do. You better take your book with you.
Surround her.
I will go north. I will figure out what this means.
Here's your hair.
Wow. All right. Up next, let's see some more of that good Shakespeare.
'Tis the witching hour. 'Tis not only by name because of the prophecy, but by the tolleth of the bell. The forest is dark, but there 'tis a path of moonlight that is lit through it. The sounds are creepy. Give me creepier sounds. More whispering. Yes. Can I hear it an owlet? I hear it the wolf in the night. And now if we find Louis, our youngest boy, tracking through the forest, soliloquying to himself.
Louis, thus light has not faltered yet since, and hence hours have passed, methinks, since I had risen from my bed. Of course, such light rarely persists this long. It seems that perhaps a fleeting moment or hour perhaps of such light might not be cause for alarm, but such a trek I have made, and so far I've come, and yet the light ceases to change.
He thinketh a presence be afoot.
I think if the presence be afoot,
There isn't a presence afoot.
but I have faith that such light is none but rich to falter me by.
Now, back onto thy throne.
For no light has deceived me thus far, and none shall, in moments of ease and in pain.
Thou art it the veriest king. Thou calleth him to thy lives in the land of bloodshed.
Who hath gone forth in my forest kingdom?
who wilt go forth in my forest kingdom? Thy small human adolescent, come to me. I charm thee to walk in my direction.
Now walk in his direction.
They call me Lewin.
Mortal boy Lewin, it is I, the Fairy King, Paterade.
Patriot, it is not often that they call me Mortal Boy Lewin. For those with whom I acquaint myself are but boys, as you, I'm sure, know.
Ah, but boy, at this hour in mine forest, thou art in the land of the immortal, in the land of bloodshed. Tis indeed an odd hour for a mortal boy like thyself to be out in Paterade's forest.
Indeed, Patriot, I meant no trespass upon thy land, but a strange light beckoned me. It was not until the 6th hour that I was told by my mother to wander into the forest to sell our carrots, but it seems that something strange has befallen me. I apologize for...
A strange light, thou says.
Indeed, a strange light.
A strange light at which hour of the clock did thou see this light? Lewin.
At the 12th hour, a strange light. Patriot, all company is well with you, but it seems that perhaps I
Thou mortal boy, thou hast no power here. What hast thou tried to do in Paterade's forest?
I tried nothing, Patriot. I tried nothing of the sort. It
Lewin,
seems
thou
that...
mortal boy, you dare to bring the curse upon me which escaped my people thousands of years
No
ago.
curse I bring no such curse, Patriot.
Patriot, what do you do to those who walk into your land with the curse?
Mortals who walk marked upon my land shall be taken to the altar of bloodshed and sacrificed.
Grab him!
Bubble opens up on the ground.
And stick!
Let's see if we can go 3 for 3.
Alright, I lied. We're actually going to see Margie get sacrificed. Alright. Can I get Margie? This is at her journalist office. Her boss is here. Who's somebody who, Adam, you can be the boss. And in this scene, we're going to sort of figure out what Margie wants in life. And maybe we're going to find out that Pat was maybe not real, or maybe was real. Not sure, it's ambiguous. We're just going to learn a little more about Margie and her disgruntled life as a journalist.
Anyway, Margie, the 3 o'clock needs to be in by 2 today. Sorry, it's a big push, but we really got to get those out on the press soon.
Yes, sir.
Is that all right?
Yeah, I can do that.
You seem kind of out of it, Margie. You all right?
Bossman Adam, you are not super pleased with the fact that Margie likes writing these stories, like these stories about just everyday people on the streets of Seattle. Like, you want big, meaty stories, but she's more interested just in people.
Yeah, I've just been doing another one of my profile pieces, so I'm a little behind, but I can totally get it in on time.
Yeah, look, Marge, about the profile pieces, there's not hitting the presses. Look, I mean, readership is down, you know that. We said it at every meeting. We really got to get something like some big news, politics, I don't know, intrigue, maybe look into something like that.
Okay.
People don't care about the everyday person. Everyone's an everyday person. They don't want to read about it more. They want to read headlines. They want to read news.
Can you give an example maybe of one or just a couple headlines, really big headlines in the past that have been big successes in Seattle?
Marge, the thing is, people out there, they don't care just about reading regular things. They need news. You need to spoon feed them the hottest of goss. Think about it like this. father of family runs away with priest. When you're in the news, you've gotta sung this. Gotta go out and make some news. Look, even if it's not real, they don't care about that. You just gotta hit those stories hard and hit them deep.
Need some big headlines. Need some big headlines. Need some big headlines. I need some big headlines.
Now you're the hater.
I'm gonna go out on the street and I'm gonna go meet some cool people. I'm gonna go out on the street and I'm gonna look in the steeple. Church bell. I'm gonna go out in the street and look for people being bad.
Yeah.
Problem is the stories make me real
Look,
sad.
Mark, don't let your feelings get caught up in some big headlines.
Those big headlines. Those big headlines. Those big headlines.
So what are you thinking? Maybe head down to the dump. See what risky business they're up to there. I can almost see the headlines now.
I go to the dock where the shady stuff runs amok. They're shipping and handling and smuggling and dealing and all going on. Feel some feelings for the big headlines. I'll get the big headlines. I got my big headlines. Got the big headlines.
Sweet. All right, you saw your 3 scenes. Now let's hear what you saw and hear what you're gonna see.
All right. In the cult in the north, Beatrice can't shake the feeling that she is being followed. We will catch up with her. In the north, we will explore the ruins of an ancient civilization. But it may not be ancient. In our Earth scale, it may be ancient. On the cosmic scale, there will be some weird Escher geometries. It will be incredible.
In thou fairy light, he hath been captured by the in the land of bloodshed. In the land of bloodshed. Oh, the mother is the only one who can save it now, but shall not forget the prophecy. 'Tis a sword that shall be at play.
In the purple umbrella, we saw Margie. She's gonna go out and try to find some big headlines. But what happens if she can't find any? Is she gonna have to make her own?
Before we get into this, isn't it pay rate?
Like Gatorade.
Haterade.
It's like Gatorade.
'Tis Paterade. Saith the bard. Or areth the bard.
Now, let's hear some applause for Call to the North. For In the Fairy Light. For the Isle of Purple Umbrella. All right. Call to the North. In the Fairy Light. The Purple Umbrella.
Thou fairy light. Shall be no end to the prophecy, for the story stoppeth here. I hope that instead of tragedy, this ending now brings you cheer.
Let's get some more cosmic horror on this stage.
Right. We open on the same northern ice-scape in which we've seen many, many dreams. You're here, Beatrice, you're wearing a parka, a thick parka, and there are three figures that you feel behind you. Whether they're there, you know in your heart of hearts that they are there, but maybe they are not. And you've been walking. You've been walking for days. You have not had much food or much water, and you find yourself on the edge of something that is not that plain white that you have seen for days and days. Not the plain blue sea that you've seen from the boat. No, this is something that was made with intention. Remember, you can always jump out and narrate or describe as you need.
It had taken me 2 years to track it down. The temple.
There's a pit, there's no floor, but you know that if you step there, you'll be all right.
Inside, I found myself in an entranceway. Spiral staircases rose in every corner of the room. If I stood below it, I could look up and see the stairs coming back down. I tried to climb every one of them, and every time, the entrance hall. I tried doors that led to brick walls. I knocked on the floor, searching for hollow sounds, and found none. The windows showed me other parts of the house. I knew they existed, and yet I could not reach them.
Try to break one. As your hand passes through the precipice of the window, you can't feel it anymore. It's as if it doesn't exist, a phantom limb. And yet you feel that now, once you've placed your hand this far, you cannot pull it out again, you must just follow it.
Seattle, the other unknowable place. All right, it's Sunday in the rainy city, and Margie is going to the steeple to check it out to look for some big headlines. But incidentally, Anna is also religious, so she's going to church too. So we're going to see sort of a split screen. We're going to see Margie on this side and Anna on this side, and they're going to church, and during the course of this scene, you will arrive at church at about the same time. Maybe you're just talking to yourself while you're walking.
We're gonna get out. We're gonna do it. Fuck Seattle. Fuck these girls. Fuck that purple umbrella. Now's your time. Okay.
Big headline. It's gonna be great. Churches filled with bad people. And there's nothing at the dock, so church is all I got. By 3 p.m. I need something.
I hate the rain.
Hey, sorry, I noticed you're getting wet. Do you want to share?
Thanks.
Fucking hate the rain.
I love your umbrella color.
Thanks.
It's so really beautiful.
my favorite color. It just makes me happy.
Me too. Yeah, me too. I love purple. Are you going to church?
Yeah, I was actually on my way.
Wanna walk together?
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen you at church before, but maybe I've seen you around somewhere.
I'm new.
But I swear I've seen you, right?
You weren't in Ohio, were you?
Oh yeah, I was visiting family there. Like a few
Hi. I'm Anna. It's nice to meet you. What's your
Gracie.
This is gonna sound so weird, but do you want to get Chinese food after church?
Yeah, I'd love that.
Cool. I've been in Seattle for a little bit. I think I saw your umbrella. That sounds weird.
We're at the church now. Everybody's in front of the church. Marty's observing this going on over there.
So fancy.
Yeah. Umbrellas are so cool. It's not super hip to have them in Seattle of all places, but I mean,
it's fine. I don't know if you know this, but actually I sell umbrellas.
really?
Yeah, I don't have one.
We
but I
have
sell
so
them.
much to talk about.
That's awesome.
Grab a seat. You can
yeah.
sit with me if you're new. My family's all in Ohio.
I really love that. Thanks.
Can I just get a quick start to the sermon by Adam? maybe just go.
And the Lord said upon the Dwaspites, be not in tumult, but in peace.
Just one quick line about the love between men and women. Doesn't need to be. You know what? That was a good sermon. Go ahead.
That was beautiful. I didn't realize he stopped. I was so enraptured.
Yeah. Churches here are really progressive.
That's part of the reason why I moved to Seattle.
Just to set the scene, Margie is across the aisle from them and like one row back. No, it's fine where you are right now. So you can hear them, but they can't really see that you're there.
You know, I traveled here looking for the girl with the purple umbrella. Oh, I mean, purple, like eggplant. Eggplant's big in Seattle. I think I realize now that I don't know. I feel like maybe I should just travel more. You know, I've been stuck here just waiting, and now I've met you, a person. Not that I was looking for anyone, and I mean, would you want to go exploring?
Yeah, I could show you around Seattle. I mean, that's what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or we could go, I don't know, like, this city, there's all this crazy stuff going on in the news, and we could just, like, I don't know, go, like, hop place to place, see what's happening.
Yeah.
I know about the nightlife, I know about all the big stuff.
Maybe also like outside of Seattle too. Maybe one day.
Start singing about it.
Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great stuff out there. In the call to the north, there will be an encounter with that elder god of which so much has depended, on which so many minds have wrestled for so many years. Everything will be transformed.
In the last scene of the Purple Umbrella, you'll see what happens when Margie brings the story back to her boss, and what's going to happen between the Purple Umbrella girl and Anna.
Okay. All right, guys. It's like any other vote. Let's hear it for Call to the North. Purple Umbrella. I think Purple Umbrella wins it. But, yeah. I think.
That is fair. That is fair. Because what Beatrice experienced in that place of no feeling was truly indescribable. There were voices, but they were not from outside of her, they were within her. And there was no sensation, but a pulsing from something deep within her mind that bored into her. And then...
Last thing, the Purple Umbrella. So let's go ahead and start off. This is going to be a big doozy. So we're going to have Margie returning with this incredible story that's so humanizing and relatable that you're going to bring back to your boss.
I got it. It's a big story. I went to the dock, nothing there. I went to a church.
Bad people there.
Yes, bad people, because here's what I saw. I saw this adorable, really sweet girl, actually that I interviewed earlier, and she was there, and she was talking to just this vicious woman who didn't care about other people. True evil in the world. and that other girl she really blew me away. She stood her ground and she said, no, everyone's story is special, and what a brave woman.
You know what, Margie? We're gonna expedite this one. Screw all this news on the front page. This is gonna be our big headline for the day. Everyone in Seattle is gonna see this headline. Every single person in this whole damn city is gonna read that headline and know that you wrote the best story this town's ever heard.
You mean it?
Yeah, I mean it. We're putting it on the presses right now. Did a good job here.
I haven't changed the names in the story yet.
Look, we don't have time to change the names for the stories. We gotta.
Oh God, she's gonna know.
Look,
Anna,
hey,
what the
you
hell?
gotta do your job.
What? What the hell?
Oh
It's already
my
on-
God!
It's already on the digital version.
Giant tablet! Microsoft.
I mean, it's about us. Yeah, it's actually kind of nice. To you.
It'll be okay. She thinks I have a boyfriend. She's probably not even interested. It's fine. I have not ruined anything.
Can you take this?
Yeah.
I need to get a cab.
What do you mean she thinks you have a boyfriend? You know these? You know?
That one!
Anna, the maid girl, I interviewed her earlier for one of my profile pages.
Paper place.
Margie is so overcome. She's like, you know what? I just need to go rectify this. You're gonna go try to find Anna.
I need to go fix this. I'm gonna go find her.
Oh no, you can go. You can go.
Forgot my umbrella. Go faster! Anna?
You know what? This is too much. Stop the car!
She sells umbrellas on Hoover and Sixth.
I saw your article.
I wrote about you. Oh God, the things that you say, God, they blow me away.
Really?
Yeah, I wrote about you.
You wrote about me.
I wrote about
You wrote about me. You wrote about me.
you.
And for once I can. Okay, I bought a proposition, and I know if you're not in the position to say yes, don't stress. Would you wanna have a big small well? You and me, 'cause you're my best friend.
I wrote about you. The things that you wanna do. You wanna travel the world.
That's right.
And you take me along on that world tour.
What do you say? What about me? What do you say? What'll it be?
Anna, that's a lie. I was really flustered and so I made up that guy. I say yes.
Umbrella descends as they embrace to cover them.
Yeah.